What is up, YouTube? It is your boy Jad here from Poopa Plow playing some Railroads Online. It has been a minute, but I'm glad to be back. Let's get to hello.
Hello.
Carson, I don't know if you're going to talk to us, but I think you were having way too much fun with the Pit Vipers, bro. Throwing that out there.
I want that moved above the tractor.
I will move things off stream, because you know if I do it on stream, I'm going to break something, right? You should know that more than anybody. Who's at the log camp with me?
That'd be me.
Okay, let me know when I need to stop. If you don't mind.
Will do.
All right. And Sarge is here too. Hello, Sarge. Maybe Sarge is here. Or what's your name? Leonard. You're not in the game. I need to stop yet or no?
Yeah, about quarter car still.
Oh, quarter car still. Okay. Roger that. Feel like I'd moved enough, but I guess not.
That's good.
All right.
Trent and Zach cheered X100, but that's how we test.
But that's how we test. What? By moving stuff while I'm streaming? Is that what you're saying, Trent? Because if so, no. Leonard, sir. You're not in the game. Thank you. Nick's the only one in here right now. Saying. Just saying. Don't say you're sneaky. Maybe you're a hacker. You're in. Okay. 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 Okay, Leonard. Okay, buddy. I don't believe you. All right. So for operations tonight, chat, here's kind of a roadmap of what I would like to accomplish. This load is going to the sawmill to be processed into, you know, boards and planks, basically, or beams and whatever it is, right? The two wood products. And then we're going to come right back here, and we're going to grab about probably half a train or so. Because at the freight depot, we are completely out of firewood. We have had no firewood there for a long time. Some of our trains are getting a little on the light side on the firewood. All right. So, you guys, hey, Carson, you think you're funny. Okay. That needs to happen, right? So we definitely need some, Dude, you just came like flying across the screen for a minute? Jeez. But we definitely need some, firewood back at the old freight depot, right? So we're going to get about half a train or so, take that back there. Then we're going to switch trains. And we're going to grab one of the famous loads that we've been running up to the iron mine. We're going to take a load of stuff up to the iron mine. And then we're going to switch and run iron ore down the mine, or down to the smelter. And we're going to run some of that. And then eventually I would like to run a bunch of core wood. Or if we have enough people, we can run multiple trains too. We need to run a bunch of core wood from here at the log camp, lumber camp, whatever it's called, all the way down to the smelter. And that's quite a journey, and we might get a few more cars for that run as well and have to put a bigger train on that train. Because right now it's a Betsy, and I just don't know if a Betsy's going to be able to, you know? Right, Carson, right? Your whisper. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of the plan for tonight, chat. I really wanted to get in here this week and do a bunch of building. That just didn't happen. I didn't really have time. I played too much Fortnite this week. I played a lot of Fortnite this week, basically. So there's that. We've all played a lot of Fortnite. A bunch of us in TeamSpeak have played a lot of Fortnite this week, right?
Don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, Farmanick, how many hours you got in Fortnite?
21 and a half.
In about a week.
Yeah.
Or maybe just over a week.
Today is a week.
Oh man, you're not helping your case here.
I know.
You didn't happen to flip a switch when you came up here, did you?
I didn't change any switches.
Okay, we'll need to flip one before we can leave. It'll be the, well, you know, the track we're on, obviously. You can figure that out, right? You got that?
Yep.
All right. Now, somehow, there is a remote switching thing with this game. but I haven't figured out how to do it. Literally, you can just like flip your switches as you're driving, which is way cool. Need to figure that out because that would be really handy, and then we could really run like one-person trains. I mean, I can run a train by myself, obviously. Anybody can. But it sure is handy having an extra set of hands to jump off and throw switches for you. Now, I've actually started doing more like driving not in this view as well. Where you actually like pull the levers and stuff, which has been kind of fun. It's really good for like unloading a train by yourself. Alright, so we're just gonna go easy through that switch. Actually, we should be good to just give her the beans. All the beans. This train doesn't have any beans anymore. If you guys recall. This train used to be our workhorse. It's not anymore. They nerfed this train big time. Which is very unfortunate, to be honest. Uh-oh, Mr. Storms is here. Hello.
I am?
Yeah, I think so. Hi. Hello.
Already had.
How's it going?
Oh, you know,
It's-
another day, another dollar.
Get your project done?
Yeah.
Alright. The remote switches are like lightning. How do we do it? You know? Like, if there's a link you could like send me through a DM, I'd be all about it. Curious about how driver you got an Amber Alert on your phone? Uh-oh. It's not good, man.
Alright, I think I'm coming in.
Alright, roger that. Alright, Nick, switches should be set here. You want to try unloading or you mean unload?
I had to set up a key for that.
Oh, yeah, they changed that in this game. Okay. So. I made mine left click. Because that's just what it kind of used to be, you know? It used to be left click, drag down, and I just made mine left click. I was like, it's just easy to do it that way. Why not just keep it the same? But they definitely changed that. But yeah, the remote switching part is very, very cool. I've seen it actually on a stream. I saw it on a stream. And it looked awesome.
Yeah, let me run up there and I'll unload you.
Alright, roger that. You can drive the train too if you want. I don't care.
Oh, I don't really want to do that.
Somebody's not very confident in their train driving abilities, chat.
Oh yeah, last few times I drove and I've had to re-rail myself.
Okay, now you guys will see there's an arrow there when Nick's looking at the logs. And that is apparently now you can take cargo from one car to another car if you had cars sitting next to each other, which is kind of cool. Yeah. Practice does make perfect, yeah. It does. Alright, Carson, look at you. Look at you. And then if you don't mind grabbing the switch back up there so we can go back to the thingamabob when we come around here.
Alright.
And we'll grab, like I said, about a half a load is all we really need probably at the back at the lumber yard or the, what's it called, freight depot.
User joined your channel.
You might
I
need
need
to
to,
stop.
I was going to say that one's not emptying, is it?
I just had to get the trigger.
Okay, yeah, I got going a little fast for you, didn't I? Alrighty. That is a load of logs delivered. Hopefully I made some money. Alright, let's see. We got to flip this one, that one you're at there, and then one out onto the main track out there, kind of. Or whatever you call that. I don't really know. Is it a main track? I don't even know anymore.
I mean, I'd call it a main track.
Okay. Yeah.
Track nonetheless.
Dragon Ghost 2, this game is called Railroads Online. Okay, gotcha, Lightning. I got you. All good. It is going. MW, what's going on, man? How are you? Welcome in. Branch line. This would be a branch out there. That would be more of a main where we're going back to, right?
Yeah, we're on a branch.
Yeah, this game is not free. It's on Steam. It's like 20 bucks, something like that, right? 30 bucks. What is it? I don't even know.
I think it was 35 bucks.
Yeah.
When we bought it.
Oh, this is a hill here. That's right. This engine doesn't like hills. This engine is so different than what it used to be.
It is currently $35.
35 bucks on Steam. It is in early access. They are updating this game at least a couple times a week, to be honest. And it's kind of insane how far this game's come just since I've started playing it. I do have 150 hours in the game or so. 160, something like that now. I have a lot, but I absolutely love this game. I'm all about it. All right, we'll blast back over there and grab ourselves some logs. And it's
nice.
What's up?
Their updates are small.
Small updates, but usually they have a punch. They do a lot of stuff when they update. Little pro tip though, see my mouse cursor's red, guys? With all the snow on the ground, it's so hard to see your white mouse back. I made it red. So handy.
For some reason, my cursor is just a little plus sign.
Well, like when you're in the train driving.
Oh.
It just goes to a mouse, and I made my mouse bigger because I'm a boomer apparently. So yeah, I made my mouse bigger because I'm a boomer. We can go up the same way, Nick. It's fine.
All right.
We'll just come back down and can't wait until tunnels. Oh my god, are they adding tunnels? I haven't really looked at their roadmap for this game. I know they're gonna add like almost 100 engines. Why are we zoomed in? Zoomed in, gang. I don't like that, gang. Don't. No. Zoom out, please. Don't zoom in. That's weird. That is gonna wear the piteous night. I might if this game starts bothering me because it is so bright, y'all. Between that and like my webcam up there, oh my goodness. It's just so bright. We're good so far.
Would you say it's bright like a diamond?
Shine bright like a diamond. Yes. Shine
What do you
bright.
need me to do, boss?
What do we need stars to do? You want to grab I think it's the number 13 train. Is number 13 on a bunch of cars back at the freight depot?
It doesn't say 13, but there's a train with a bunch of cars.
They're the cars with like the side posts?
Yeah.
You want to grab that and start heading towards the sawmill and we'll meet up there? You don't mind?
Roger.
Vigorous Bull, your mouse is bigger because you can't ever find it and it's purple. My pizza last night was fantastic, guys. Homemade pizza on the pizzazz. Oh. So. Dom513, what's going on, man? Currently, guys, we are hauling nothing. We are going around to grab a load of logs, about a half load. We need some, we'll call this maintenance. We are out of firewood back at the freight depot. And a couple of our engines are getting kind of low. So we just need to haul some wood for firewood, basically. We haven't done this in a long time, so we're gonna grab about half a load or so, and we're gonna run it back to the freight depot. Yeah, I'm doing great, chat. Doing great. I went to Sam's Club today and I survived it, so I really thought my anxiety was gonna like stop me from going in the doors because there were so many people there, and I was just like, man, I don't know about this. I wasn't sure about it. Like, Dad and I were driving through the parking lot, and I was like, man, there's a lot of people here. And he goes, we can go home. And I was like, let's just do it. I was freaking out, man. I really thought it was, my anxiety was going to stop me from walking in there, but we did it. We did it. We survived. Oh.
How does it you get to that screen that you're in?
Go in the train and look straight at the ground and hit R. Or, sorry, F. They've changed that too recently, where you have to look straight at the ground now to hit that trigger. Oh, I didn't even see you there, Nick. You were standing inside the crate.
I was hiding.
I was like, where'd Farmer Nick go? Did I pre-bake the crust, Jeff? I did not, actually. I slapped that bad boy right. I actually used that pan to like smush out my dough. I put a lot of flour. I had some flour so it wouldn't stick or anything. And, I used the pan from the pizzazz and spread out my dough and made the pizza right on there. There was a minute or two though where I switched it from cooking on the top to just on the bottom. And then I kind of peeked under the crust and I was like, ooh, this baby looks good. So then I put it back to like both heaters, or both like top and bottom. And then just let it go like another minute maybe. And yeah, it was good. It took like 15 minutes maybe to bake. But it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Mrs. Professor, I'm always a safe train conductor. Yes, ma'am. How's it going, by the way? Welcome in. You like the snow? I like the snow too, but it's very bright. Yeah. Craving a pizza now? I'm sorry. Sorry. Not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Just saying. All right, Nick, I have changed the switch down there, so we don't need to do that when we go to leave. It's already set up.
All right.
And we'll get loaded up with a little bit of wood here, and we'll skadoodle our way back to the thing. Actually, where are we gonna have storms pull to stay out of her so we can pass? Oh, we can take the main line. That's right. If storms, you end up at the sawmill, we will we'll just shoot past you on the main line.
Okay. But they changed the keybind to zoom out too.
That's still V, isn't Victor? They have changed this game so much since just the last time we played. It was like for the better. That good?
That's good.
It's here somewhere, I know. Oh, and the big thing now is if you like go to get out of your train and you think it's gonna like stop, your train will keep driving. Whatever you have it set to, your train will hold those settings and just keep on rolling. So don't do that trick anymore.
So, quick question.
What's up?
How do you re-rail a train?
That would be in the G menu. G and then re-rail. Assuming you had an incident with a switch, huh?
Yep.
When do I normally when do I normally do farm sim streams? Every other time I stream except for this one. Pretty much. I'll be on farm sim tomorrow at noon. Yeah. Cheesesteaks with peppers and onions. Thanks, Steven. I might have to put them on, Mrs. Professor. I might. Trying to figure out on 22 how to get a lot of snow. The only thing I would recommend is turn your days like way up, so you'd have more days of winter. I don't know if that actually works or not, Crazy Baja, but that's what I would recommend. To be honest, the snow's kind of underwhelming in 22, to be honest. Hey, what do I know? Gonna do 2 more, Nick, and then we'll take that.
Yeah.
Be about half a train or so, a little more.
Steven 829 cheered Dex 100. Oh, forgot to ask. When we get Dad out here?
That good there?
We'll see.
Steven, I don't actually know. I need to talk to him about that. See, here's the thing. Dad's actually semi-retired now, so he's got free time for days, chat. But I want to make it on like a Friday or Saturday in the evening, because I'll probably do it on a Saturday, to be honest. I need to pull up more, don't I?
Yeah, pull up a little bit more.
I need to do it on a Saturday, because I think that would be...
That's good.
Better, because there's more people here on Saturdays, you know? El Diablo, what's up, bro? What is going on? That's my theory anyway. I don't know. Hopefully soon.
Tails 451203222 just resubscribed for 3 months.
Tails, thanks for that resub for 3 months. I do appreciate it. Welcome back. How's it going? Welcome in. All right. Water fill up of the night. First one. Speaking of water, the string could use some. That's okay. We're good. And I think, Sarge, are you here? You make it in? If he's here yet. I saw him load railroads. There he is. Hi, Sarge.
Howdy.
How's it going?
It's going good.
Awesome. What's the
Just-
economy like here? Not really a lot. Nice LD Hubble. Nice. You able to make it in the game, Sarge, or no?
Yeah, I'm in.
Okay.
I just had to wait for that initial load.
Yeah. Yeah. I gotcha. All right, so Nick and I are grabbing a load of logs to bring them back for firewood.
Synagoth just subscribed.
Okay, so you're bringing them back here.
Yep, for firewood. Storms, I think, had a little issue with a switch.
Oh, no little issue.
He had a big issue with a switch
Yeah, pretty much.
there at the depot. So, if you're around there, Sarge, give him a hand. Synagogue,
look,
thanks for that resub, or brand new
which
sub
side
to Twitch
is the
Prime.
depot?
Appreciate you. Not sure.
Front, back.
Yes. I don't know where I'm going.
Probably towards the main line, Sarge. If I had to guess, I think that train was pointing towards the main line. But I could be wrong. I don't exactly remember last time I ran that engine, so.
Here's an engine. And only an engine.
Thanks for that follow. Appreciate you. Welcome in. How's it going? All right, these switches are set. We are good to roll. Just want to get off that curve, the elevated curve sometimes, It's scary, chat. Take my brake off all the way. I still had brake on. Whoops. But appreciate the sub and the follow. Thanks, guys. Oh, Sarge got a
squeaky
dog
noise.
toy tonight. Sarge, is that your new fidget?
No, not mine.
All right.
But he definitely.
Farmer Nick, you're falling through the train. You're going to get run over.
It's all good. We're in the cab now.
All right. Fair play. Fair play.
Okay. Yeah, I see train cars.
Well, we'll be back there in a minute to help out if you guys need it. Just saying.
I need all the help.
It's that bad, huh?
That's just general.
So much confidence here, Storms. I love it. Love to hear it.
What do we got going here?
Dog heard the toy and came running. Uh-oh. I think we can just throw this one here and we don't have to go into the sawmill at all. Just stay main line.
Okay, you got that.
Oh, you fell off.
This one needs it.
Then there'll be one more around the corner, Nick, but good either way. Oh, wait, there's an engine there.
There's a link there.
Wait, what does that engine have on it? That engine's got the same cars, right? Yeah. I don't remember leaving that engine parked there.
There's an engine with, I think, the...
Like the stick pocket cars. whatever
Yeah.
they do. Huh. I don't remember
Okay.
leaving that there.
You gonna try moving it?
I gotta hook the engine to the header still.
Oh,
If
okay.
it's gonna.
There is a mini map mod. Yes. Again, Lightning. I've seen that. I have no idea how to get it. I need to learn. I need to learn the ways, man. I've been too busy wrapped up in Fortnite to research any of this stuff for this game. The mini map is really cool too.
There's a tree in my view.
Cut it down. Get out your chainsaw, stars. Come on.
This car is facing the wrong way. You know that?
Oh yeah, so it is.
Nick, I feel like we're going to see something very interesting here in a minute.
Right?
As you guys can all tell, I am an expert.
This is what you're like, literally your second time playing the game, right? So it's good.
Yes.
Colton, what's going on, man? How you doing? Welcome in. Oh, hey, they're like right there.
Yeah,
Well,
sorry.
Cool, you're out of our way at
I want to
least.
grab it.
Awesome, Colton. Awesome. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Let's see. This one needs to be through. Nick. See, with the remote thing, somehow you can just like do that. It would be so cool. So handy. Gotta figure that out, guys. And then actually, Nick, you want to go throw that next one too? It'll take us around to dump off the firewood. Looks like this is fine. I don't know what's wrong here.
You have it or do I have it?
There's nothing wrong here.
Wow, nothing at all.
Looks totally fine to me. We might actually want to swap that engine with the other engine, to be honest. I didn't realize that train was hooked up to that. I don't know if that train will make it up the hill. Know what I'm saying?
Full send or no send?
I mean, we can always push it, right? We can always take that other pusher engine with us as well. All right, so this is our firewood thing here. It makes firewood for our engines. And it's been empty for way too long, y'all. Way too long.
Okay, it'll face the right direction here.
You need to pull the train up maybe and give yourself a little more room. Silly thing, I'm guessing, Sarge. All right, Nick, I'm going to have to stop.
Okay,
Oh, that's why. I'm sitting here trying to jump in the train to move, and I'm like, why is this glitching? There is a tether halfway through the engine.
Sounds like things are going very well for you two.
Somebody cue the circus music.
Right?
all right, there you go.
Alright, I'm gonna flip
Pull forwards a little bit.
that
yep.
slit.
I had to throw a switch, sorry. All right. Be good there, and then one more car. How full is that thing getting?
It's 23,
Okay. Does that hold 24? Or does it hold more?
32.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
User joined your channel.
All right, I'm gonna go park. I'm gonna go park this engine. Nick, if you want to put the mainline switches back, the one you did there, and then this one I'm at here. So if we come around, we don't go in there. And I'll go park up and provide assistance over there if I need to, if you guys need it. Waller, what's going on, man? Welcome in. Hey, please wait till I'm through. Please, please, please.
But it'd be fun to see the cars go flying.
Would it, though?
Yeah, I don't know. Probably not.
Would it be fun when you're the one hooking them all back up?
No, I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear angry Johnny after stream.
Pardon
Bless
me, sorry,
you.
guys. I couldn't get to the mute button.
Scare anybody else? Chat?
Yeah.
41 hours and 5 days, Waller. Holy cow. That's a few hours, my man. Dang. That's crazy. Yeah, that kind of spooked me. Not gonna lie. Holy cow.
All right.
Where are we gonna park this beast? Which line's set? I don't really care what line it goes on. Just...
All right. Give that a try. Give it a tug. Give it a tug. Nope, I'm not hooked up.
Don't really care where I go. I just need to go. To work on that quarter too. I don't like it. A little herky jerky kind of, you know. Okay. Let's go. Let's get it. Parking trains. I don't know if I'll play Fortnite tonight. I shouldn't. I should go to bed tonight. That's what I should do after stream, is go to bed.
All right, give that a try.
But you know, what fun is that, right?
right?
No, I actually should. That way I'm like, you know, somewhat awake for tomorrow's stream. Got a long day tomorrow, so.
Brake set on the tedder.
I turned it off. Yeah, they're off.
Didn't stop in time.
Where it goes.
Back up a little bit. All right. What do y'all need help with over here? Or do you?
I don't. I'm making it up as I go.
Alex, it's not bad. It's actually it's a little different. I haven't really done it since they've changed it. Before you could just like click and then just like build a track to there and then build a track to there, and you could have like jagged corners and stuff. They've changed it now. They've changed it to where you have to use like your keys on your keyboard to like select your like radius of your track.
Yeah.
Apparently, and it looks like to me anyway, the tracks have become a lot smoother.
Does that have a link in it?
What's that? This?
Right here. I see 2 pins. I don't necessarily see a link.
I don't see a link either, to be honest, Sarge, but it should be in there if you made it this far with it, right? Should be, right? But yeah.
One would think.
Could be and are two completely different things.
Right. Sean, 3.5 inches of snow. Dang, man. That's more than we've gotten in like 2 years. All right, so we probably want to bring the other engine with us, Sarge. Your favorite engine over there. Apparently the other train's already sitting out on the line out there by the sawmill. I didn't realize that.
Okay.
So we'll ride up and we'll convene up there with all the trains.
So are we talking about the other train back here, or
Yeah. Yep.
the one that was sitting there by its own?
All right, so Storms.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
Apparently not, no. Interesting.
Go back a little.
Well, you need to go. Okay, yeah, you can come on back. I didn't think the link was going to go. Trooper, gotcha. All right, you're hooked now. Should be hooked anyway. Ride on the back of the train until we get there. Make sure you're all good. Yeah, we probably want to bring the other, I think that's that number 13 over there. We probably want to bring that with us. I don't think this engine's going to be able to pull us up the hill.
Okay.
That's my only concern, you know?
I'll catch up.
Where's the... I don't know, Sean. I don't know. Oh, is that... Okay, never mind. He's already passed that switch. Bad.
Where be 13 at?
Or is that 13 or no? If that's not 13, then 13's out on the line.
I think 13 was out on the line. That's a hill climbing train.
Yeah, just grab that one, Sergeant. We'll use it. What we might have to do is switch this engine or that engine and then put this engine on the coal cars. Run the coal cars up the hill. Or the Corwood. We can run the Corwood on this engine too, probably. Either way. How much water you got, Storms?
I have
5,600.
Okay, you're good. What's up, Sarge?
nothing.
Okay. 5,600 is plenty of water then for right now. Then one of these days, guys, we're actually going to use this line here that goes off to our left. That goes down to the oil. And like the ironworks and all that stuff down there, which we haven't been down there really. We have tracks to the oil. Beyond that, we don't have any tracks. So one of these days I need to just do a ton of building. But for tonight, we're going to concentrate on the smelter. Iron mine / smelter. So yeah. Be kind of interesting. How many beans you giving this thing, Storms?
55%.
Oh, wow. Wowzers. Nerf this train too, huh? No, you're good. Slower is better in this game. Just remember that.
Seeing how it's 30 seconds into piloting the train, I already derailed it.
All right, what's your name? Lightning, have a good one, man. We'll catch you later. Thanks for hanging out. Building does not cost in this game, no. Building does not cost, unfortunately. Kind of nice if it actually did. But none of the buildings, none of it cost anything. The only thing it really costs is your cars and engines. That's all that actually costs.
Don't trees cost like $2?
They removed that. Trees are free now.
Oh,
Yeah. Alright, Storms, you probably want to hold up here. Throw this switch. Although we're probably going to need to move that other train before we pull in here with this one, right? For space reasons? Yeah. Maybe? No. Go ahead and pull on in, Stars. We'll make this work. We will make it work. I don't remember leaving that other train sitting over there. That's why I'm really confused. I don't remember that. I know I've played late at night here lately, but... Very nice, Squirrely Dan. Awesome, man. Awesome, awesome. Alright, so we'll pull Storms down here. And loop around. Okay, so we're at 80 out of 100 logs. That's plenty for tonight. Really, actually really good for tonight. Trucker Jason, how's it going? Welcome in. How's it going? I know we're not playing Farm Sim, but I appreciate you guys being here. I will be back on Farm Sim tomorrow at noon. So keep that in mind, guys. But I appreciate y'all being here for something a little different, right? Something a little different. Righty. All right, Farmer Nick, you want to bring that engine over? Or you want me to get it?
You're already kind of over there, aren't you?
You just don't like driving engines. It's okay.
If it's not a Betsy, I don't want it.
All right, we can hook you up with a Betsy then, because there's a Betsy down at the smelter. That's got the core wood on it. Core wood cars. All right, Sarge, I don't really know what we need to do with your engine right now. Maybe just have you sit for a minute, or the engine sit anyway.
Yeah, because I pretty much like you guys.
Yeah. Easy, Sarge. Can't run him over. What are my thoughts on American Truck? It's a fun game. I would play it more, but my wheel setup does not work with my green screen and stuff, so that's why I don't play it. It's a fun game, though. It really is. Yeah, it's a good game. Very good game. When was the last time I played American Truck? Oh, it's been a hot minute.
It's been a little bit.
It's been a while. Yeah. It has been a while. All right. We herbicide right after planting in FS. Immediately after. Yeah. All right, here's 13, and this one actually has a few more cars on it now too, I believe, from the last time we played. And this engine's definitely run out of firewood. That's okay. All right. Good old number 13 en route.
Try loading up with anything.
Yeah, you guys are gonna go ahead and load that train. Load it down. We'll take 2 trains up there.
One of beams and one of the planks.
We can do it now.
That's
Let's do the first couple. Let's see. Doesn't really matter which one you do first, but we need to haul less of the planks, more beams on both cars. That makes sense?
Yep.
ATS was your first sim. Nice. The log eating animation's good, isn't it?
Okay, get up just a smidge.
Good animation. Bulbasaurus, actually like that. How many cars do you guys have?
Backwards.
Do you know how many cars are in that engine? By chance?
10.
10? Okay, do like 4 for the planks and the rest in beams,
Alright.
I guess. Somewhere there's actually like a ratio of how many to how many, and I never pay attention. I just do it. Just saying. Actually, Philip Source Rex, it gets better. The log yeeting animation gets better. Because you can really yeet logs in this game. Or like chunks of firewood. You can go full yeet on it. Alright, let's stop here. That got a little hairy back there. Stopping on curves with empty cars, not always.
Forward 2 cars.
Ready. Must steal some firewood from Storms' train. There. You can yeet. You could really throw firewood in this game. One of their updates a while back was to increase the firewood speed by 50%. So, you know, really eat the firewood if you want.
That's good.
All right. We should have, yeah, 100. Okay. We should have plenty of material here. Hence why we hauled all that in before. Okay. If you guys do 2 more with beams and then the rest with planks, then we'll load that other train. I think we'll do... I don't even know how many cars are on this other train. There's a lot. I think there's 12.
Okay, forward 2.
Yeah, there's 12 here. That's a 10 car train you guys have, right?
Yes, sir.
We got a 10 and a 12. Interesting if we can actually get up the hill, you know? Very, very interesting. I know this one will make it. I don't know about that engine. All right, we got 3,900 gallons of water on board, or liters, or whatever the unit of measurement is in this game.
All right, you're good there.
Actually, sure. I'm really... Let's see. What if we trade the engine that's on that train out for the other one? And then we'll take that engine that Storms has and we'll run it down to the smelter and grab the coal cars with it. And see if it can pull the coal cars up the hill. That makes sense?
Okay, and you wanted us to do blanks on the rest.
Yeah. The problem is if we run a train of just whatever, it's hard to back up there because that hill's so, or that turn's so tight. That backing up's not really a good idea up there. The floor pad is great, by the way. I am wearing 2 shirts right now. I got long sleeves on. Long sleeve shirt and a short sleeve shirt. I'm not wearing anything extra though. Beyond that, I mean, it's cold outside. It's cold outside. But it's been okay. I mean, last night when it was like 6 degrees and the wind chill
and that should be good.
Wind chill was below 0. That was kind of cold out here. Yeah.
And we're getting some bouncing around on. Yeah, we'll see.
But I haven't had to use the stocking cap much out here, honestly. Yeah. Carson's talking about this, by the way, chat. I haven't really had to use it because it's been okay out here, not gonna lie. Here, let me fix it, make it, there we go. I have used it though, it's super warm. Gosh, it's so warm. So warm. Love it. Storms, I don't think switches are set for you, by the way. I'll go check those.
Yeah, because I don't know where I'm going.
That or we change out engines before we go. I don't care.
Whatever's clever.
1 degree minus 18. Oh. Close to 12 inches of snow. Oh no. Carson, I can't see that. It's an empty link, buddy. Empty link. Yeah, I can't see what you're trying to show me. Because we could totally flip. We could flip right here.
Alrighty, 2 cars.
We're gonna do it, chat. Because I just don't. I don't think your engine's gonna pull up the hill over there, Storms. Makes sense. You know how.
No better than I do.
Yeah, I don't think it'll do it. I'll get this set up to. I'll get this set up to change
Looks
out.
good.
I know this thing will pull up the hill. This thing will pull 12 cars up there, no problem. So 10 shouldn't be an issue. All right. Get me out of the engine. All right, watch this, chat. We're gonna actually drive from in here now. Cursor. Go. You can actually pull the levers and everything. It's kind of weird doing it this way, but you sure can. You sure can. The biggest thing, by the way, with my heat out here in the garage is I have been leaving it on all night, which I don't really like to do. But I have been, and it's been keeping it, you know, it's not freezing cold when I come out here. My garage won't really freeze anyway. That's never really an issue for us. But it definitely gets cold in here. So, yeah. Definitely gets cold in here. All right, so Mr. Storms, when you get full, I'm going to have you pull up just past the other engine over here. And then we're going to unhook, right? And then we'll swap engines, basically. Unhook and then just drive away, and we'll put that other engine on those cars. Need to get some sun lamps? No. No, I'm good, man.
I don't
Good.
see the other engine.
It's up here. Oh, nice, Carson. Nice, Carson. Nice. You'll see it. It's up here. Must be out of your render just a little bit.
Like we're good.
You are loaded. Yeah.
He is loaded.
Yep. Send it.
Tell me send it. I'll put that regulator
To
at
the
100.
other engine. All right, Carson, make it happen, bro. Make it happen. Okay. All good. You're excited to plow snow with an open. Oh boy. Open station tractor to plow snow. That could be fun, right? Holy cow. And then Nick, we should load this one a little different. I want to do the planks first on this one, if you don't mind, because when we unload, the planks will be first. We do 6 planks, and the rest, the other 6, that'll be half and half. Let's do 5 planks.
All right.
Yes. Mrs. Professor, that is a concern that I do have about leaving the computers out here when it's too cold. To be honest, like my monitors, They haven't turned off in a couple of months now. I don't turn my monitors off at night. Because if it's going to be cold, I just rather not, because when you turn them on, then they like sweat, and I don't like that. So if it's going to be really cold, I will leave heat on out here, and it keeps this room. It was like 53 when I came out here today, so that's not bad. Definitely don't have any overheating issues out here, you know, with electronics. It's kind of the same thing in the summer too. If it's going to be really, really hot, and like say I have rendering to do at night, I'll leave my air conditioner on. I don't like to leave it on just because it's kind of a waste of money. But at the same time, I don't like my electronics to get either like way too hot or way too cold. So I hope that makes sense. It is currently 20 degrees and feels like 10 here. So I will probably be leaving heat on again tonight, if I had to guess. I probably will. Just because why not, right? Why not? Because what's it supposed to be tonight? It's going to be 18 tonight. But see, after tonight, tomorrow night's going to be 38. So I won't worry about that. If it's in the teens, I'll probably leave heat on out here. That'll be about my cutoff, honestly.
2 cars, sir.
Yep. You could actually go load those other cars if you really wanted to. Just about, right?
Actually could.
Is that 1, 2, 3, 4? I need to pull up a little more.
Yep.
Right about here somewhere, right?
Yeah, that's good.
I don't know if you're gonna be able to load the front ones, but you can definitely load the back ones. So yeah. Oh wow, Carson, that's crazy. You guys get that train swapped?
Working
We're
on
in
it.
the middle of it now.
All right, cool. Very cool.
Pushed.
Awesome. And then I think we're going to have to do some re-railing when we get down the hill. I'm pretty sure the hopper cars are, their lives are in shambles, we'll say. We'll just say that much, okay?
Okay.
I'm pretty sure there's one sitting on the track at like a 45-degree angle. So, you know, I'm not sure what happened there. But something definitely happened there.
Should be hooked.
So, yeah.
Is that any of these brakes?
We're hooked.
Definitely Mrs. Professor.
Okay, do you want us to help you guys finish loading?
If you want. It's just, it goes a little faster, I guess, right? Because actually we're loading 4 cars
That's
at once
good.
right now. Or kind of, probably 3 cars at once, maybe? I don't know. We're loading a lot. It's up to you guys. We can run together. It's kind of cool to see trains run together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a big part of the Midwest right now is very, very cold. Very cold. But that's okay. It happens, right?
That it does.
Every year. Pretty well, anyway. All right. Go ahead. Not really. I'm joking. Yeah, it's very cold out here in the Midwest right now. 25 below Wallert for the wind chill. Yeah, that's a little chilly. Yeah. A little bit. It wasn't that cold here. It was like negative. It was below 0 with the wind chill though. Like 6. -10 maybe. Wind chill, something like that last night. I was sitting out here like scrolling TikTok and I was like, you know what? I need to go in my house because it is cold out here. Like legitimately, it's just cold. So, and they had the house so warm, I barely even had to run any heat in my like bedroom last night. House was so warm.
Already.
All right, I'm a creeping. Just a creeping. You know.
Should be good.
Thoughts. This is the slow part of the game. Chat is loading. Takes a minute. Does it make a difference if your baler is repaired or not? I'm not sure, but we haven't noticed anything. Dang. Biggest ball is crazy. $25. Holy cow. It's research for your job, Carson. Assuming I need to pull up, right? Or no? No.
I need.
Nope. I gotta do a couple more yet.
All right, sorry.
And when Sarge is done, I need you to back up just a little bit.
Give me a backup? Okay. All right. Oh, okay. You're loading back there. Okay, I got you. I got you. Yeah, tell her Leonard sent it. Is that weirder than I'm testing stuff for... I don't know which way's weird. I mean, they're both kind of strange. I should probably do the same thing, Carson, right? Probably should. Chat, you might be testing some new merch, but you didn't hear me say that, okay?
Okay.
Huh?
I'm
What'd you
loaded.
say?
Nothing. Not a thing. All right. Come on, train. Back up. At that
How
awkward
many?
spot.
That's good.
Ah, that was the wrong thing. I hit my horn instead of my brake. Yo, Cobra, what's going on, man? How are you? Holy cow. Welcome in. How many what, Sarge?
Is that all the planks you're running?
Yeah, we'll run planks and all the rest will be beams.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, right, Carson? Right. Actually, if I get my train slow enough, we might be able just to roll this. I have to go really slow for that, probably, huh?
Probably. You're good to pull up 2 cars.
Helps if I have my reverser set to forward. Bessie. Sorry, it's not Betsy. Forgive me, I've shamed. It's not Bessie. Number 13. Yo, E, what's going on, man? How are you? Welcome in. Welcome to Railroads Online. Hey, let me know. It should be right there somewhere, right?
That's
You're
good.
good.
Out there.
A lot of coupler slap there. Holy cow. Yo, the man, we are doing. How are you today, sir? Welcome in.
Black Cat 1 ST cheered X 100. Hi John. I have been trying to reach you about your train insurance.
Need salamanders in my garage.
Okay, 1 car.
Out of work Friday night. Let's go. Why do I need salamanders in my garage? What?
I think they're talking about the salamander heaters.
Oh, is that a heater?
Diesel powered heater.
Oh, yeah, I don't need that.
Yep.
What's your name? Blackhead, thanks for the 100 biddies. We probably will need train insurance. I'm sure before the end of the night, we're going to have a train go flying off the track at some point. We're going to have a derailment, and I'm going to be sad. Okay? Just saying. It's probably going to, you know what? Let's think positive. It's not going to happen, chat. No derailments tonight. This engine right here is the most powerful engine in the game, and this thing will pull the world. Yes.
How are you on firewood?
Oh, I had to get a new phone today. Old one had a meltdown. Oh. All right, we loaded? Sweet. So, Sarge, you hear that? No derailments tonight, okay?
Okay, got it.
I'm looking at you, Sarge.
Well, they kind of nerfed a few things, so
Yeah. I think the biggest thing we probably need to do is redo most of our tracks. Because especially the one going up the hill, the way it like jogs back and forth a little bit, they made track building different now, and you can get really, really clean drifts tracks. And so we should be able to run faster on them. But, you know, I'm cool with going slow. I like the slow. You know, my great grandma and grandpa used to go on rides in the country, you know, back in the day. And I never met them, but this is what I've been told. And my great grandma would always yell at my great grandpa, slow down, you're going too fast. And they were going like 20. You know, I want to see the scenery, you know, Sarge?
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Scenery it is.
The snow-covered scenery that it is. I just don't want to clean up a derailment. That's what it really is, you know? But
Yeah, not all that fun.
if it happens, it happens. All right, Storms, you're first up, right?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, and then Sarge, and then Farmer Nick and I. And Nick will probably be jumping back and forth. If you guys need firewood, yell it out. He can run up and get you. Starbs, I will say, watch your speed once you get into the corkscrew. You too fast, you'll probably tip over. Like you did last time we played on purpose, though, remember?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and I had an engine that was just glued to the track. It would not do
I know,
anything.
right? I know. That was so much fun.
How's this for speed? Good here?
Okay, it's a little slow, Sarge. I'm not going to lie. This is a good part of the track. You could roll here. I don't know who laid this track, but they did a good job.
I think Phil did, didn't he?
Bill laid a ton of track on this game for us, to be honest. He laid like most of the mountain pass. And he did a good job. It's just the way the foundation's laid out. It's kind of hard to get a good track, you know? All right, Carson, got you. Sarge took off, boys. Like Sarge went to 100.
53.
All right. Well, I'm at 100, so. By the way, they have not fixed the frame rates of multiple trains running. I'm sitting right at 40 now, which is better than it had been. But, yeah. Hopefully this game gets better with the frame rate one of these days. Like, hopefully they fix it. Make it just a little bit better would be nice.
Alright.
That's pretty neat.
Back that off.
That is pretty neat, Carson. Okay.
I just... hold on. I send you a link. I don't know if this will show up for you. It should. That's your name on it.
Driving trains, I can't look.
It'll be fine.
Wow. All
I like
right.
how it shows the recent purchases in a scrolling banner.
Alright, I'm slowing down some.
Here you are.
The name.
I just looked back
What
at my
it is.
game and I was like, I need to slow down. No more lakes, Carson. Stop. Oh, goodness. Wait. Who's whistle? Is that Nick? Are you doing that?
I am not.
Oh, okay. I guess I can just hear Sarge's whistle.
Yeah, that was me.
Okay. It's like, it sounds like my engine, but it's not me. Wait, we have the same engine. Oh, that's Storms. Tell that engine.
Break.
See you up there, Storms. You're staying on the track, huh?
Yeah, so far.
I don't see part of your tender. I just see a lump of firewood. Your tender looks like a flatbed to me. Oh, that's great. Oh no, the loop. Hey, the loop's one of the better parts of our track. Once you get from where you're turning right to where you're turning left, once you get through there, it's not bad as long as you don't you got to watch your speed through here, obviously. But, you know, it's not bad. Boy, we're not obnoxious with our engine, with our whistles at all, are we? And really the biggest thing with this game, chat, for anybody that hasn't played this, is, you know, don't slam your brakes. Don't slam the regulator. Small movements is key, you know? So, like, and planning ahead, too, obviously. You don't want to ever catch yourself going too fast, because that's just disaster written all over it. Just saying. Unless you're in a straight line. If you're in a straight line and you're going too fast, that's fine. You can stop it. But, like, here, if I was going too fast, forget it. Those cars would go flying.
So am I grabbing these coal
So,
cars then?
you're going to need to back in for those coal cars. So, like, go past and then, you know. Yeah. Assuming they're somewhat upright. Jim Bob, now. Family-friendly chat. Love the loop we got going here. I love this. This part of the... This took so long to make this all work, by the way. And chat, if you remember, actually, it used to loop the other direction. And then when I got done streaming that night, I completely rebuilt it. It used to loop around to the left, we'll say, or to the right, actually, and then I changed it. Completely changed it. Alright, see, we're getting going a little fast. Oh, my camera's doing that thing again. And see, it actually flattens out right there on the land there. And then we start going downhill again. And see, Sarge is on the straight part, so he's flying now, which is fine. Except for Storms might be at the bottom of the hill on the track yet.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
watch out.
I actually left the brakes on a little bit.
Did you?
At about 10%.
Okay.
Other than that, I just let coast.
Gotcha. I don't know. I get sketched out going too fast. Like, I'd rather go slow and then give it the beans on the flat ground. Give it the beans. The point of this game is to move cargo basically between point A to point B to point C to point D. Ultimately, your goal is to sell products and make money and be able to afford different engines and stuff. You have to build all the tracks, all the bridges. The buildings are already built. There are some buildings you can build, but like we're coming up on the smelter right now. It's already here. It's already placed. The smelter takes iron ore. So that's actually what we're doing right now, is taking wood products up to the iron mine. We're going to drop these off there, and then it will become iron ore. Then we're going to take the iron ore to the smelter.
Okay, I'm coming to a stop, John.
That's fine.
I already flipped that one switch so you could pull right through.
And then the iron ore becomes rail and like steel beams, iron beams, or whatever they're called. We take those to a different place. It's basically just like moving stuff around. Ultimately to sell products, but it takes a while. I mean, technically we can sell what we have now, but by hauling it to the mine, we actually get paid, and then we get another thing. And that would be the iron ore. And then we actually have to bring firewood down here to run the smelter too. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. You need help with those cars there, Storms? I can see they're kind of a little
Looks
weird.
like it's just the... Oh, no, there's two of them.
Okay, I'll be over in a second. That way, if there's any ghost pins or shackles or anything like that, help you out. Because unfortunately, they still have ghost shackles and pins and stuff in this game. It's logistics, but it's also track building. It's also, you know, running the trains. It's kind of everything. It's really fun. It's the ultimate
Okay.
build the village. Oh. Who's got that car? Uh-oh.
I just got booted out.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Storms, did you have that car in the air, Sarge?
I was starting to move it.
Okay, Storms, can you pull your engine forward? It doesn't like railing stuff on switches. This game is in early access. It's a ton of fun. Once you really get into the game and you start, you know, buying different engines, and it's a ton of fun. It really is. We've got 3 trains sitting here right now. We're going to be hopefully running. All right. And like I said, it's in early access. In case you can't tell. It's definitely in early access. It is only available on PC. It's available on Steam for, what'd you say, Storms? $35?
Sure.
Yeah, so not too bad. All right, you want to grab that car and then...
Yep.
From here. This one's derailed too, isn't it?
Sure.
All right. As I said, chat, early access. You kind of have to tell yourself that as you're playing, that this game is early access, and it's okay if it has some weird, some quirks to it, you know? Okay. Trying to sneak this in there, but that's not going to work. It really needs straight. A straight area, to be honest, works better. That kind of looks like it wants to work, but it's not going to, is it?
Go to the backside of the cars.
I'm going to have to with this one, yeah. I can go ahead and come on back, though. Once I get this out of the way. I guess. Carson, you can do that. Go ahead. Don't care. All right, straight-ish track back here. Let's try it. There we go. See, it works perfect. All right, I got brakes on that car. You got shackles or anything?
I put one in the tender. I didn't see one in this one.
Okay. Hate the sound anyway, so you should be good there. Keep on coming back, Storms. That brake off for you. All right, you should be able to just roll back easy all the way to that last car. Just get you hooked up here. Oh, no. I'm not breaking them. I'm trying to fix them. There's a difference, chat.
Okay, back in. I'm on my way over to.
All right, Roger. All right, Storms, you're hooked up. Hooked up, brakes are off. And I really hope you can make it up the hill. I don't know if this train will make it.
Way to find out.
Send it. I'm a strong conductor. There, plugger. I'm a strong conductor. I use my strong hand and everything, okay? My strong hand. Yeah. Somehow, I would like to double up this track from this point on. I just don't know how that's going to be possible. Because, like, there's no flat area to put a switch in anywhere. Alright, Storms, you go past, I'll flip the switch, and then we should be ready to... Once Sarge gets back, we can pitter-patter up the hill behind you.
Roger.
And then, Storms, when we get to the iron mine, we want to go to the left in there first. Will work a lot better for our engines that'll be loaded, okay?
Alright.
Alright. I think this game's already better than Cyberpunk, right? Sarge, where'd you respawn? The depot?
Depot.
Oh, man.
I'm halfway to you.
Okay. All good. Actually, let's check our numbers here at the iron mine, or at the, what's it called? Actually, Nick, let's go grab Betsy and get that thing set back up.
All right.
Because I know those cars are, yeah, they have issues. We'll just say that. I think that's putting it nicely. They have issues.
I remember someone running them off the end of the track.
Oh, wait. Why are they facing the other way now? Like they've been fixed. And I must have fixed them all. I'll remember to do that. What's the point of the train game? To run trains. So we have 134 iron here. It holds 100 or holds 1,000 iron. Good night. Remember to lift with only your back and sharp. Yeah, no, don't use your legs. No. Never use your legs, chat. This is even full of firewood and everything. They're almost full. Little Betsy's ready to go, Nick. Maybe when we go back up the hill. How about when we go back up the hill, Nick, you grab Betsy and I'll run up. And do that.
And I'm running along beside the straight downhill. The track, anyways.
Yeah, okay. Whatever you said. We're lagging, Sarge. Okay, so when we come back, we'll shoot in there. Okay. Getting our switches set up for when we come back. Be good. Should be good. I mean, I guess we could have Nick drive it. You want to drive a train, Nick, up the hill?
I'll pass on that.
Somebody's not a confident conductor yet, chat.
Neither am I.
Last 3 times I played, immediately I missed switches.
Okay, I got booted.
Yeah, you were lagging really hard there. We couldn't understand you.
Yeah.
To be honest. You know what? Let's take the first train and then we'll just see how it works out. Let's go, Nick.
All right.
We'll just pitter patter. If nothing else, it's here. It's loaded. It's ready to go. How's it going there, Storms?
Slow but steady.
All right. Very good. All right. Break off. And we're moving. Got the 10-car engine this time. 10-car train. The other one's got 12. Yeah, we'll be good to go. First current turned a little hot though. And my frames are 29, 30. They definitely have not fixed the frame issues in this game. If anything, the snow has probably made it worse, let's be honest.
I don't know, I'm running 70.
Well, it must be nice.
I just dropped below 100 for a second.
Tell me I need a 30 series card without telling me I need a 30 series card.
I don't know, I'm running a 1070, so.
Yeah, but I think it's the host side, you know? I would love to have a dedicated server for this game. I think that'd be really fun.
Yeah, but then I don't know if anybody be playing Farm Sim anymore.
It's true.
You're just running loads.
Well, okay, I'd have to turn it off when it's like, okay, guys, it's Farm Sim time. Turn off the train sim.
No.
Turn off the train server for a while. That would be fun, though, man. We'd have the whole map set up by now, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because at this point, we don't. There's still 3 places we haven't been to yet. Or, well, 2.5, kind of. Yeah, 2.5 places we haven't been yet. This is PC only. Yeah, it's on Steam. Never know. It could be on console someday, but I don't know. Game is still in early access. And really, it's only like there's like one person that does all the coding. The other guys work on like the 3D assets and stuff, but literally this game is basically just one person developing it. Which is crazy. So far, he's doing a good job, you know? Just say it. How slow is slow, Storms? Like, we gonna catch you? We just passed the waterfall.
You might, but I'm picking up speed again.
Oh. Roger that. Just done by one person. Oh wow, it's crazy. It's crazy what people can accomplish, right? If they really put their mind to it. It's insane. Absolutely insane. Nice El Diablo. Tanner, actually somebody in chat came in, somebody watching the stream was like, hey, you ever heard of this railroad game? And I looked it up and I was like, excuse me, I'm buying you right now. Literally, that's how it happened. And then I think I talked to Rogue Cobra. He was here earlier. I don't know if he's still around. He had played it because when I looked it up on Steam, he's one of my friends that had played it. And I was like, hey, is that game any good? He was like, it's playable. I was like, all right, bet. Let's do it. And I bought it, and several of the guys bought it. The rest, as they say, is history, right? 'Cause now I have like 160 hours in the game. So, yeah. And almost all of them are on this this save. Almost all. Not quite all of them, but most. Pretty much all of them. All but like 3. Because I started a save and I didn't know what I was doing, and I put all my tracks on the ground and it was like a roller coaster. And you couldn't drive a train more than 10 feet without it shooting space. And yeah, it was really bad. So I had to rebuild everything for this on this save. There is only one map, but there's storms way up there at my red cursor. I see you.
How long did it take you to figure out how to change your cursor color today?
Didn't, because I did it. I did this the other day for the first time.
Uh-huh.
It took me less than 5 minutes to figure it out, Carson. Thank you. Did I Google it? I don't think I even Googled it. No. Look at me.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's a TikTok opportunity right there.
I need a
Go
train
little
hat.
rock star.
Right?
Yeah. You're doing something by yourself.
I actually don't have like a train hat or a conductor hat. I don't have one of those yet. I should probably get one though. It would be funny. It would be amusing, yes.
Alright, so stop here and change the track.
Possibly. It'll be your second switch. The first switch goes like uphill real hard after the switch to the left.
Yeah.
Second switch, you want to go to the left.
Okay.
First
so
switch to the right.
then left.
Right, then left, yes, sorry. You are correct. Yeah, because the other one goes over the hill to the coal mine. And there's no chance you're making it to the coal mine, probably. Although you only have 4 cars, so you might actually. I'm not sure. Frank, what's going on? You actually
So
might.
I'm like,
I don't know. What?
my single player, I just like did soybeans and kern.
Yeah.
But now I have to plant barley or wheat the last day you can, and then wait like a whole year.
Uh-huh.
And then you have to wait basically
Uh-huh.
another year till you can plant anything
I
else.
don't like that you can't plant, say, like soybeans after wheat, because you should be able to.
I was saying Nebraska, that's what they would do. They would like do like spring wheat, like whatever.
Winter wheat. And then
Yeah,
late
winter wheat.
soybeans.
Then they would harvest
Alright.
in the spring.
Which trains did you guys run?
Number 13's waiting there for you if you want it.
Okay. I'll get in it.
It's
Be
got
on my way.
12 cars.
Mm-hmm.
You're good to go.
So it's got a little weight.
It's got a lot, yeah. Yeah,
Just a little bit.
you'll be able to make it. Notorious, what's going on? Welcome in. How's it going? And Drowsome, how's it going as well? Welcome in, guys. Alright. Arms just flipped the proper switch and we're on our way again. Did you make it back there, Sarge?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, basically I just took your train because why not? Doesn't matter. It was in the front, so. Yeah. So by the time we get Storms loaded and get unloaded, you should be here. Alright, so Storms, you're aiming for those like chutes up there. See those, the wooden chutes? Alright.
Yeah, the big building there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Where the iron comes from. Alright, I need to stop. I'll run you over. Because that would be a problem, right? Yes.
It could be.
Oh, it would be.
Could also be entertaining.
Full regulator.
That'll work.
All right, I'm gonna put full brake here because there is a downhill slope going backwards here. So I don't want the train to roll away. That would be a problem. How much was there? Over
206.
Nice. I've been hauling. Every time I get on this game, this is what I do. I haul wood products up here to build up our iron ore. That is what I do. That feeling slow, or is it me? Ah. Yeah, then it feels too fast and you waste it. It's kind of, I don't know. Kind of interesting over here. All right, it's at 8. Come on, 9. There you go. You're full. All right, move up a car, please. Is there any wood here? 0 and 1. I got it pretty close. Look at me. Really doing
That's
it.
good.
Really doing it, Harry.
Oh, I don't have a cedar that. Oh no.
Oh no, Carson broke his arm so.
I've only got like
no.
only got a planter. I don't have a cedar. I
You
need to do
can't-
barley.
Oh yeah.
Hello, sales. Hello. Oh, darn.
Have to lease it.
Mission failed.
Yeah, you actually have to get out and load everything. Yeah. Basically every part of this game you have to do. There's no like automation per se, you know? You have to do it all. Yeah.
Just to get it done fast. Got the biggest cedar, which isn't that big.
Looks like coffee going in the train. A little bit, yeah. Kind of does.
Oh,
Alright, 1 car.
You know, Lex, I should. I've been having a lot of fun in Fortnite. Maybe I should give Apex a shot.
That's good, sir.
I've been watching Nick Merckx play it, to be honest. It looks kind of fun. His lobbies are really sweaty, though, of course.
Well,
He's like the highest rank in the game, isn't he, or something?
he's up there.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but yeah, his lobbies are
I
really
don't
sweaty.
want to get in a lobby with him though.
Oh, bro, he's got aim assist. I should try it though, Lex, for sure. Dude, I put up a PR the other night in Fortnite. So good. We might have all...
Texas free on Steam.
Yes. We might have all been on burner accounts, but you know. That's okay.
What do you mean?
You like playing Loot Simulator before the shooting starts? That is kind of a good part of Fortnite too, right? Now, I've heard some rumors about a Fortnite no build mode coming out. I'm there.
Dude,
If
I
that's a
can't wait
thing,
to
I'm...
see what it's like.
Arms, you need a push?
Oh, it's gone.
Hey, you're up here rolling backwards. Now, I will tell you, these are very heavy when they're full. So good luck going down the hill.
That's good, sir.
Good luck going down the hill.
yeah, I was gonna say, don't start downhill until I'm up there.
No, we're good, Sarge. He's just loading his last car right now. We gotta unload my train too. We'll be good. What do I think the best crop for chicken food? Probably just wheat.
Okay. And this is going. The load I've got's going to the same place, right?
Yep, you're good to come on up. Little Billy, the Empire State Building.
You know you're out of the bot lobbies when you shoot at someone and they build like the Empire State Building in front of you.
Yeah, and you're just like, I need to not play this anymore.
Alright, it's time to head out.
Canadian, can you manage all this alone? Yeah. You get really good at jumping in and out of your train. The other thing you can do is you can actually set your train. You can actually like move the handles and stuff in here and just have it kind of creep forward. So a lot of times, like if I'm unloading up here, I'll just set my train to creep. And then I'll actually just let it creep around the corner. And I run down here before it gets, it won't even get to here.